Hi and welcome to our tutorial on hydroponic tomatoes. Today we are going to show you how we grew all of these tomatoes in a small area using buckets, coco peat and perlite, then feeding them with hydroponic nutrients. So step 1, we are going to start by preparing our coco peat. To do this, we are going to remove the packaging from the block. This block is about 10 pounds and we're going to place it in a large container and start by filling it with water. So as you can see, once we have started adding water to the coco peat, it starts to absorb it like a sponge and fall apart. So we're just going to continue filling it with water until it's sufficiently covered, and then we're going to let it soak for about 20 minutes or so. So while our coco peat is soaking, we're going to start by prepping our buckets. Here we have 5-gallon buckets that we've punched some holes in the bottom, and we're just going to add a square piece of sponge at the bottom of each bucket. So this is what our coco peat looks like after 20 minutes, and what we're going to do is squeeze out all the excess water and add the drained coco peat to another container. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use our drained coco peat and create a 2-part coco peat to 1-part perlite mixture for our plants. To do this, we're going to use a bucket, measure out the coco peat in 2 portions, then measure out the perlite and mix it together. And you're just going to get in there with your hands and mix the perlite and the coco peat together until you get a nice and even blend. So once you have your perlite and coco peat mixture, we're going to start filling our buckets until they're about 3/4 way full, and then we're going to transplant our tomatoes. So now it's time for us to transfer our plants, and what we're using is plants we had in smaller buckets that are a little bit older, but you can use seedlings. And what you're going to do is create a well in the middle of the coco peat perlite mixture with your hands, and you're going to place the seedling or the plant in the middle of the bucket, and using your hands you're just going to build it up until the coco peat surrounds the roots and that it can stand up straight. So once you've got your plants all transferred into the 5-gallon buckets, you're just gonna place them in the area where you would like them to grow, and we are wetting ours with our master blend hydroponic fertilizer mix, which we're going to show you in another tutorial. But we're just going to saturate the soil and make sure that they're all nice and moist. And just to show you how well our mixture works, here's a look at some of the roots from one of our tomato trees that died. And as you can see, it's a really big mass of roots, and that's all thanks to our hydroponic nutrient mixture. So once you've got your tomatoes all set, we're going to put them in the area to grow. We've put ours maybe about 18 inches apart so that they don't get too tangled up in each other. And we're going to check them back in a couple of weeks, and hopefully we should have some tomatoes. So after a couple of months, this is what our tomatoes look like. They're nice and full thanks to our nutrients. So we hope you enjoyed the tutorial and look out for more soon.